Hi everyone, I am Mr. Dinkar Teknar. You are welcome in this lecture series of online lectures. Dear friends, today we are going to learn a new grammar topic, auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are also called helping verbs. So auxiliary verbs are primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Verbs are the most important part of a sentence. They are helping verbs or auxiliary verbs and main verbs. Auxiliary verbs are primary auxiliaries and modals. Primary auxiliaries are to be, am, is, are, was, were, being and been. Then to do, does, did, doing and done. And to have, has, had, having and had. Modals are shall, should, will, would, may, might, can, could, must, ought or ought to, need or need to, dare, used to. Main verbs are transitive and intransitive. Transitive verb needs no object. For example, I speak English. Intransitive verb needs no object. Here, transitive verb needs object. I speak English, so the English is an object. But here, example, I speak loudly. This sentence doesn't have object. Loudly is an adverb. So auxiliary verbs are primary auxiliaries and modals, and main verbs are transitive and intransitive. Primary auxiliaries are to be, to do and to have, and modals are, all these verbs are modal auxiliaries. Primary auxiliary to be, am, is, are, was, were, being and been. Look at the example. Be ready to accept any challenge. I am a student. She is the principal. They are honest people. He was a poor boy. They were very active people. He has been here for many years. In all these sentences, be, am, is, are, was, were and been, they are used as main verbs. So primary auxiliaries are used as main verbs, and also let the door be painted. I am learning English. They are playing cricket. He was driving a car. They were studying in England. The letter was being written by him. I have been writing a story. All these verbs are used as auxiliary verbs. So be, am, are, was, were, being and been are primary auxiliaries used as auxiliary verbs. This means verbs of to be are used as main verbs and also auxiliary verbs. Now primary auxiliaries to do. Do, does, did, doing and done. They are used as main verbs. Look at the examples. I do my study regularly. He does his duty honestly. They did their work yesterday. She is doing her work slowly. We have done our job well. In all these sentences, the verbs do, does, did, doing and done are used as main verbs. Auxiliary verb to do are also used as auxiliary verbs. Look at the examples. They do not understand English. She does not pay attention to lectures. He did not get any notice. Doing and done are not used as auxiliary verbs. So here, do, does, did are used as auxiliary verbs. This means the verbs of to do are used as main verbs as well as auxiliary verbs. Again here, doing and done are not used as auxiliary verbs. Primary auxiliary to have. Have, has, had, having and had. They are used as main verbs and also auxiliary verbs. Look at the examples. I have a book. She has an umbrella. They had their own house. She was having lunch. I have had my lunch just now. In all these sentences, the verbs have, has, had, having and had are used as main verbs. Now look at another examples. I have finished my work just now. She has passed the final test. He had written many dramas. I have had my lunch. In all these sentences, have, has, had and have are used as auxiliary verbs or helping verbs because in all these sentences, finished, past, written and had are used as main verbs. Now look at I had had my lunch. The sentence I have had my lunch, if we write this sentence in past, it will be I had had my lunch. This means this have becomes had and had is a main verb. So here there are two hads. This had is an auxiliary verb and this had is a main verb. So the forms of to have are used as main verbs and auxiliary verbs. Look at these modal auxiliaries. Can, could, should, shall, will, would, may, might, must, have to, used to, ought to, need to and dare to. Their expressions or uses. Can, could is used to show ability. Should is used to show advice or obligation. Shall or will is used to show futurity or determination. Would is used to show habitual past or request. May or might are used to show permission or possibility. Must or have to are used to show compulsion or obligation. Used to is used to show habitual past or past habit. Ought to is used to show moral obligation. Need to is used to show necessity. And dare to is used to show courage. Now let us see the examples. For example, can, could, which shows ability, and the example is he can drive any car. This means he has an ability to drive the car. Then advice or obligation, you should study hard. It is advice or compulsion for you to study hard. Futurity or determination, I shall go to Mumbai tomorrow. Shall shows futurity. If I write the same sentence by using will, the sentence will be I will go to Mumbai tomorrow. Will shows determination. Habitual past or request, I would go to temple every day. Would shows habitual past. But look at this sentence. Would you help me? It shows polite request. Then permission or possibility, you may go now. The rain might come. Here you may go now. May is used to show permission. The rain might come. Might shows possibility or probability. You must pay the fees. Here must you show compulsion or obligation. She used to sit in the balcony after dinner. In this sentence, used to shows habitual past or past habit. Means it was her habit of sitting in the balcony after dinner. Now moral obligation, we ought to help our neighbors. It is our moral duty or moral obligation to help our neighbors. We need to keep social distance. Need to shows necessity. And last sentence, I dare to enter the flooding river. Here dare to is used to show courage. So these are modal auxiliaries, their expressions or uses and examples to show these expressions. Identify the functions of the modal auxiliaries used in the following sentences. And examples are, you shall have a holiday tomorrow. You should obey your elders. I can play the piano. Could you open the window, please? In this sentence, shall shows simple future. I shall have a holiday tomorrow. Look at the use of should. You should obey your elders. This is obligation or compulsion. I can play the piano. Can shows ability or capacity. Could you open the window, please? It shows request. I mean a polite request. Fill in the blanks with appropriate modals according to the situations given in the following sentences. Look at the sentences. Take the umbrella. It ... rain later. People ... walk on the grass. ... I ask you a question. The signal has turned red. You wait. I was a sportsman in my school days. I play badminton. I am going to the library. I find my friends there. Look at here. Check the umbrella. It might rain later. Here might shows possibility or probability. Then people should walk on the grass. It is obligation or compulsion. I ask you a question. May I ask you a question? May is used to show permission. The signal has turned red. You must wait. It is compulsion or obligation. I was a sportsman in my school days. I used to play badminton. Means it was my habit of playing badminton when I was studying in my school days. I was a sportsman. Now last sentence. I am going to the library. I will find my friend there. In this way, all these sentences are used for different purposes, different situations. Dhanyavad. Namaskar. Thanks for watching. If you have not understood this video, please watch this video again and again. I hope you will understand it and you will be able to write all the answers which will be asked in the question paper in your final exam. Let us meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye.